So this is going to be different than anything I've shared publicly thus far. My body is still integrating so much presently, and you'll understand why shortly. This morning, as I was doing my grand rising rituals and such, I was guided into different awarenesses that we live in a holographic universe and all these things, and all these things I know, but the remembrance is what was strong and coming in very clear, crystalline clear this morning, this rising, and so deeply guided to I was guided to pull a card from my deck, which I still haven't done, but I am going to do that later just because there has been much transpiring presently. So I'm going to take a break in space and check on my children and my Nan and nourish myself before reading later on today. With that, or I may pull the card and then dive deeper later because I keep feeling strongly that I should pull the card presently while I'm in this space. But again, that will be a separate video, so that will be part 2. This is part 1 presently. Felt deeply called to just literally use this as a divination tool, which it is massively. The Sophia Code by Kiara Ra is a living transmission from the Sophia Dragon tribe. Not long ago, myself and my dear dragon sister did a channeling with the Sophia Dragons, and I have yet to share it publicly, but that will be coming soon as well. Maybe that will be a part 3 of this. I'm not certain. There's so many moving parts to everything, but it's okay. One step at a time. With this book, I am by no means an ad or anything like that. This was all divinely guided to this book. And I was literally just divinely guided to open this book into, it was page 111. But it was Key Code 2, the Hathor initiation, which is your voice as an omniscient creator of quantum reality, which literally that's everything I was being guided to this morning. It's quantum reality, holographic universe, all of these things. And this is a ceremony. So by all means, if you are not at a space and place where you can have a ceremony, if you are not in a space and place, like if you're driving, please don't watch this. If you are operating machinery, please don't watch or listen to this. If you are sound and stationary and you have the space to literally have multidimensional integrational initiation coding happening to you, please continue forward. If you are not, please do not watch this. Can't stress that enough. I said what I said. I may go through and read part of the beginning. I'm trying to remember where I even began. I don't know where I began, but I would like to include this first page of 110 and more than likely 111, because I believe I began reading on page 113. So I don't know, I'll sit with that, because also I would really love, and I feel like I'm being guided to encourage you to go out and get this living transmission for yourself, and do these and feel how you feel, whatever you're guided to. And originally I wanted to begin at the beginning, and then for whatever reason today my body was just like, no, we're going straight in, we're diving straight in, we're opening, and this is what was brought to me. And literally everything is in such resonance and synchronistic creation. Like creation, this is creation. We are a holographic universe, like quantum leaping, quantum jumping. This is the work, this is the manifestation. Like it's just overwhelming gratitude as to, this is what my body, ever since I was a child, has been attempting to do, without understanding truly how to fully do it, in recoding and reprogramming my DNA. And we're literally going in and adding different compounds into our DNA throughout this transmission. So like I said, if you are not in a stationary place, if you are not in a sacred space, if you are not sound mind, if you are having whatever it may be, please don't watch this any further. Get yourself centered, get yourself grounded, and then press play again upon this video. And I trust and I know that this transmission will find those whom are ready for it. If you are ready for it, you would not be here. But again, you may find it. But again, if you are driving any of those things, operating machinery, whatever the case may be, allow yourself the pause it, and come back to this later. And I will not repeat myself again, because you are also creating your reality as well. I don't even know what else to say except for, like, prepare yourself to strap in. If you have any kind of TP, this is bamboo TP. I love it so much. Whatever you feel like you need when you are purging, recoding your vessel, remembering who the fuck you are, gather that for yourself. Allow this to be a sacred journey. I kept crying in remembrance. There's so many tears of remembrance of who the fuck I am, my own worthiness, all of these things. And my ego was like, oh, nobody wants to see snot. Like, I just don't fucking care. This is me doing this in real fucking time, and my real reaction of what's happening to me. And I'm so grateful to have done this. I'm not even done. Like, I'm only just a tiny sliver into this book, this transmission. It's so living. Like, it's so living. It's so powerful. It's so powered. And today is gonna be this kind of a day for me, and it's completely fucking beautiful. It's so beautiful. I am so beautiful. You are so beautiful. We are fucking gorgeous beings. Beings. You take this how it resonates. If it doesn't, alright. If it does, okay. This will shift whatever codes and frequencies you are needing at this present time and space in your reality. I'm so grateful. I'm so honored. I am so proud of myself for listening. Just fucking pausing and listening. When we pause and we listen, literal other worlds open. Like, other fucking worlds open. It is no joke, no mistake. Just everything that's happening presently right now. And everything is amplified. So this, if you're finding this during this eclipse period, which where my time space reality is presently, we just had our Virgo, our second Virgo eclipse, equinox. Again, excuse me, because I am not an astrologer, if you don't already know. And I'm so hot right now. Energies and the sun and all these things. We just had our second new moon in Virgo. If I'm not mistaken, which I may be, if I am, I am. But this is presently where we are right now in my time-space reality. Our second new moon. The new moon now is in Virgo. 29th degree, amplifying everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything, everywhere, multidimensionally, because we are here living this life to literally connect awareness into all of our timelines. This is why, and this is, you'll see throughout this transmission, this is why I am crying so much in remembrance, in connecting all of these realms, these multiverses and spaces and places, and all of these dreams that I've had. They're not just dreams. It's me literally quantum jumping from where I presently am into that realm, feeling and taking on all of those, that part of aspect of me, and then bringing it back, because I'm astral traveling to that aspect of me in my dreams, and then bringing it back into this reality, all that pain, all that suffering, all of that sorrow, to show me who I truly am, that I am a multidimensional being, that this is my truth, this is our truth, but speaking for me, this is my truth and who I am. All of this power that we have within us, it is literally, physically, tangibly here, within our cells, within our DNA, within our nucleotides. Something I heard for many years upon my awakening, and there's so many levels. All I need is inside of me, and all you need is inside of you. We get to allow the veil to continue to dissolve and thin within us, to be able to gain clarity of who we truly are, of the power that we hold and harness within. I am that I am. As I say that, my ego is like shifting through my thoughts, files, what words can possibly attempt to even express the way that she is trying to articulate this. There are none. I am that I am. And I will from now on unveil to the best of my ability. And I'm consenting and getting up at 5 a.m., taking this book and allowing whatever gets to be shown to me every morning at 5 a.m. That way I'm able to have space and time for me and to hold myself in the space that I get and need to be held in. To fill my cup all the way the fuck up. Over fucking flowing. To be able to continue in assisting my family. And with that, I do sincerely hope you enjoy this transmission. I'm honored if you are choosing to witness this, and do trust and know you are able to accept and allow these frequency codes and energetic integrations within you if you so choose. You decide on what you consent to. Dear Mother, dear Father, Divine Mother, Divine Father, Divine Grace, I send out the message that all whom are to be receiving these codes and frequencies come upon this video, this living transmission, divinely guided. I don't even know why I'm recording, but I am because I'm guided to. I'm just gonna reread this mini portion of spoken words of Hathor as she continues to alchemize, transmute, along with myself, my cellular multiverses within my being. This is so much for me right now. Being guided to start at the beginning. Speaking as Hathor. I am here as your loving witness in reflection of your worthiness to receive every blessing of your unlimited divine consciousness. You are worthy of the Holy Spirit's creative power within you to manifest heavenly realities on earth. Just as I once walked the earth, birthing a golden age movement, you have also chosen this lifetime to participate as a leader in humanity's next golden age of miracles.
The true joy of this human lifetime is to discover how unlimited you are in your ability to heal. In your ability to heal, empower, and create any outcome that you desire. For the sheer pleasure of self-realization. Of your self-realization. Your awareness is seeking to consciously experience and gather the momentum of your multidimensional self through an electrostatic communion with all of your incarnations. I'm reading this last bit again. Your awareness is seeking, being told for you to close your eyes and just listen and breathe. Your awareness is seeking to consciously experience and gather the momentum of your multidimensional self through an electrostatic communion with all of your incarnations. Guided by your own Holy Spirit, this electrostatic communion is the vehicle for creating the peace that you and all of humanity are seeking. You are here to heal and empower all of your parallel lifetimes through the initiations and activations of this single lifetime. You are here to heal and empower all of your parallel lifetimes through the initiation and activations of this single lifetime. The electrons in your body are the Ark of the Covenant vehicle for your awareness to unify all of your Oversoul's sovereign power in this lifetime. I want to pause and do my nose, and they're like, no, just keep going. The electrons in your body are the Ark of the Covenant vehicle for your awareness to unify all of your Oversoul's sovereign power in this lifetime. As a leader in this next golden age of miracles, your authentic embodiment of this holy communion will activate others to access the same potential within themselves. As your guiding mentor, I declare to your consciousness that all knowledge about the quantum universe exists within your own DNA. I now invite you to directly access this encoded information. Yeah.
How you doing, Mom?
By journeying with me to the inner temples of your subatomic universe. Literally did not know any of this was going to be happening this morning. It is safe to be curious about who you really are. Discovering that your body is actually a hologram of perception held in place by electrons does not devalue its worth. Rather, this discovery returns you to the eloquent equation of your own divinity, manifesting your many bodies through electrons. Your human form is a manifested miracle that is worthy of your highest respect. exploring the Holy of Holies communion available to you within every electron of your body sets your consciousness free from the limitations of form. The Sophia code within you can be activated for living in electrostatic communion with all the manifestation of yourselves, giving birth to new realities. My key code 2 transmission mentors your awareness to access and explore your multidimensional abilities for navigating within and beyond the quantum space-time continuum. As you are destined to learn in this next golden age cycle, accessing your multidimensional gifts will be essential for leading humanity through its next evolutionary leap. I am here to mentor you as a way shower of unlimited access to divine potential. Hathor steps towards me as she does the opanium wheels and wings of light rustle in resonance with her every movement. Raising her iridescent golden wings above her crown, Hathor lifts the golden ankh of life to my lips. I immediately hear the sound of bees buzzing in my ears, and the smell of frankincense fills my senses. The voice of my higher self instructs me to open my mouth. The ankh of life passes over my lips and dissolves down my tongue as sweet nectar. Placing one hand on my heart and one hand on my crown chakra, Hathor begins to sing the songs of Sophia over me. Her voice carries me through the light of her stargate and into the center of my own being. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your crown. Te amo koyo si te amo koyo talayana se ke te amo kutu. Te ana se ana yan toko yama poyo tu wa tolo si tukua. Te se me kutu yu tu si ayana toko pa anu ko yo ko tua. Gambo yo no soy yo ko ya te gam hayo to. So yo no apalopi amokotua. Golo yo no se hayamoko hamayo doya di golo apayo koya sti kete te komamalo teo chukua. Angala yo no se yo mayo to kiyamayo to luko poyo to kua. And kala iso poku yo poyo to kushu. Boyo toyo steleon koyo pokushu. I now open to receive this empowerment to activate key code 2 within my DNA with the following declaration. As a sovereign creator of the one Sophia source, by the power of I am presence. I now declare this invocation heard and answered by the unified field of my whole self. I accept that I hold the golden keys to my heaven on earth. I accept that I create my reality by the power of my word. My word is good, my heart is pure. By the loving power of my pure word, I now recognize and accept my electrons as the quantum access point and vehicle for expressing the sovereign power of my unlimited divinity in human form. At the center of my being, I locate the original blueprint, zygote cell, from within all the cells of my body have been replicated. I see it glowing within my heart, surrounded by an emerald green light. I journey at the speed of light through the plasma membrane of this cell. I walk on water across an ocean of humming organelles. I pass through the great labyrinth of endoplasmic reticulum and arrive at the temple gate of my cell's nucleus. My awareness is welcome and invited into the holy halls of my chromatin. I adjust my eyes to the brilliant light that floods my awareness. Billions upon billions of electrons now come into my focus. My awareness is illuminated by the infinite living libraries of DNA before me. Hathor appears beside me. She guides me to focus upon the infinite looping strand of DNA that creates chromosome 3. For the cellular perspective, chromosome 3 is enormous, and I marvel at its perfect library of information that continually regenerates part of me. Yeah. Hathor now invites me to step upon the spiral helix of my DNA's ladder. The ladder is both form and formless, a chemically bonded, configured sequence whose architecture is highly activated by my presence upon it. Hathor directs my awareness to peer closer at the DNA helix, whose rungs are made up of conjoining nucleotides. Hathor speaks. Reclaim your sovereign power today by blessing and affirming that these electrons are your unconditional divine inheritance from Sophia to create your DNA. As you stare into the light of these electrons, feel how the presence of your higher self is carried within every one of them. The totality of your whole self can be experienced within this quantum particle wave function. Reach out and bless this vehicle as a chariot of your divinity. I step onto this nucleo base for adenine. Its molecular formula is C5H5N5. I declare the following activation for adenine. I declare the following activation for every adenine nucleotide of my carbon-based DNA to now be operated by the crystalline chromosomes of the Sophia code within me. By the power of my I am presence, I now affirm, bless, and consecrate the animating light of my adenine nucleotide as the Ark of the Covenant vehicle for my higher self's divine will. I activate the 30 electrons orbiting as carbon. I activate the 5 electrons orbiting as hydrogen. I activate the 35 electrons orbiting as nitrogen. this quantum access point, I now broadcast this activation and declare the consecration of the 70 electrons within my adenine nucleotide to every adenine nucleotide within my human body. From this quantum access point, I now broadcast this activation and declare from this quantum access point, I now broadcast this activation and declare the consecration of the 70 electrons within my adenine nucleotide to every adenine nucleotide emanating all of my parallel incarnations across all dimensional realities. am filled with the presence of my higher self's creative power, expanding and reaching through my adenine activation into every incarnation of my multidimensional self. I take courage in this cellular soul biofeedback as I witness my electrons emitting a natural joy from my higher self, traveling upon them into every direction simultaneously. Blessing the momentum of this DNA activation, I follow Hathor's lead to keep going. Oh, okay. I step to the right of my ladder of my DNA and stand upon my nucleobase for thymine. Its molecular formula is C5H6N2O2. Yeah. I declare the following activation for every thymine nucleotide of my carbon-based DNA to now be operated by the crystalline chromosomes of the Sophia Code within me. By the power of my I Am presence, I now affirm, bless, and consecrate the animating light of my thymine nucleotide as the ark of the covenant vehicle of my higher self's divine will. I activate the 30 electron orbiting as carbon. I activate the 6 electrons orbiting as hydrogen. I activate the 14 electrons orbiting as nitrogen. I activate the 16 electrons orbiting as oxygen. From this quantum access point, I now broadcast this activation and declare the consecration of the 66 electrons within my thymine nucleotide to every thymine nucleotide within my human body now. From this quantum access point, I now broadcast this activation and declare the consecration of the 66 electrons within my thymine nucleotide to every thymine nucleotide emanating all my parallel incarnations happening now across all dimensional realities.
I step upon one rung of my ladder of DNA to stand upon the next nucleobase for guanine. Its molecular formula is C5H5N50. I declare the following activation for every guanine nucleotide of my carbon-based DNA to now be operated by the crystalline chromosomes of the Sophia code within me. By the power of the I Am presence, I now affirm, bless, and consecrate the emanating light of my guanine nucleotide as the Ark of the Covenant vehicle for my higher self's divine will. I now affirm, bless, and consecrate the emanating light of my guanine nucleotide as the Ark of the Covenant vehicle for my higher self's divine will. I activate 30 electrons orbiting as carbon. I activate 5 electrons orbiting as hydrogen. I activate 35 electrons orbiting as nitrogen. I activate the 8 electrons orbiting as oxygen. From this quantum access point, I now broadcast this activation and declare the concentration of the 78 electrons within my guanine nucleotide to every guanine nucleotide within my human body. From this quantum access point, I now broadcast this activation and declare the concentration of the 78 electrons within my guanine nucleotide to every guanine nucleotide, emanating all my parallel incarnations across all dimensional realities, and so it is done. Hathor directs me to step to the left to declare the following activation upon my nucleobase of cytosine within every strand of my DNA. Its molecular formula is C4H5N30. I declare the following activation for every cytosine nucleotide of my carbon-based DNA to now be operated by the crystalline chromosomes of the Sophia code within me. By the power of my I am presence, I now affirm, bless, and consecrate the emanating light of my cytosine nucleotide as the Ark of the Covenant vehicle for my higher self's divine will. I activate the 12 electrons orbiting as carbon. I activate the 5 electrons orbiting as hydrogen. I activate the 21 electrons orbiting as nitrogen. I activate the 8 electrons orbiting as oxygen. From this quantum access point, I now broadcast this activation and declare the concentration of the 58 electrons within my cytosine nucleotide to every cytosine nucleotide within my human body. From this quantum access point, I now broadcast this activation and declare the concentration of the 58 electrons within my cytosine nucleotide to every cytosine nucleotide emanating all of my parallel incarnations across all dimensional realities. I accept that I hold the golden keys to my heaven on earth. I accept that I create my reality by the power of my word. My word is good, my heart is pure. By the loving power of my pure word, I wholly accept that I am an omniscient creator of quantum reality, as revealed by my divine inheritance of electrons. By the loving power of my pure word, I now command my higher self to activate all the crystalline divine qualities of Key Code 2 of the Sophia Code within me as the new operating systems for my carbon-based DNA. I now integrate this initiation throughout my entire body on all 4 levels of my being with grace and ease. I have received more of myself today. It is done, it is done, it is done. By the power of 3, a perfect trinity, it is done. Hathor raises her hands to me in a golden ray, blessing for embodying divine feminine Christ wisdom. She sings a closing prayer over me. I feel my higher self sealing these activations of the Sophia Code in the light and fire of my own Holy Spirit across all dimensions and parallel realities.
Inke piale ano koyata yaka mayo goa pua. Amaya loko te siameako tayano tukua. Empeoto koloto. Engeleano kopayano siato kwaya mayo. Olukoto to siamako shapayoto kuama kuwa yoko pua. Shoo, shoo, shoo. As electrons of my body whirl into alignment, I witness their orbital pattern as the Orpheum wheels within wheels of light that exist within me, singing the praises of my own divinity. Hathor smiles at me as I recognize my own angelic nature taking flight within my human embodiment. She places 2 platinum ankhs bejeweled with sapphire eyes into my hands. As I balance their weight and beauty upon my palms, I feel the currents of my body deeply ground into a renewed connection with the earth. Hathor anoints my 2nd chakra, throat chakra, and 3rd eye, and heart chakra with frankincense. As I breathe in the sacred oil and its glorious scent, immediately shifts my awareness into the present moment of completion. I look into Hathor's kind and beautiful face, smiling in bliss before me. Countless Hathor angels surround her in a whirling golden radiance, embracing me in their unified field of unlimited divine love. I now accept the opportunity to mentor with Hathor as an exceptional divine feminine ascended master teacher for embodying my higher self's full quantum potential in human form. With an overflowing heart, I thank you, Hathor, for blessing me with your golden ankh of life and awakening me to my angelic human potential. I thank you for your joyful support as my mentor, guide, and friend throughout this empowerment. This initiation to activate key code 2 of the Sophia Code within me is accomplished. I now close this ceremony with appreciation, thanksgiving, and reverence in my heart for all that I have received, both known and unknown to my awareness. I thank the power of my higher self and the love of all that is supporting my eternal success. And so it is.
get to pee so much, and I am so hungry and so exhausted and feel amazing all in the same. I am so mind blown, and at the same, I know I'm so angelically guided. Like, I was so divinely guided by Hathor this morning, and I'm just like, my whole body has like just massive, can't even speak. Massive cellular coding going on inside of me, my physical vessel. I kept being guided, my whole body is just buzzing. I kept being guided to do this yesterday, and I did not allow time and space for it. This morning I had to. I felt like I was gonna throw up or something. And just me right now, presently speaking upon this, like, I feel so much coming up in my throat. And maybe that's part of the reason why I was guided to record this, to be witness, to be a permission slip for those who feel all of these things. And the reason for me crying so much throughout all of it is such a deep remembrance. The alarm, the sirens just blasting how powerful this is. Sirens of celebration, sirens of initiation, sirens of rebirthing. Really releasing all things that do not serve, that I am fully able to speak my truth. I am worthy to speak my truth. In the very beginning, when I began this transmission, reading upon from, this is the Sophia Code, a living transmission, like, it's no joke. I feel like because I do mediumship, I do trance channeling, it's so simple for me to literally drop in and experience a good amount, if not everything, that Kiara Ra experienced throughout this transmission. That said, in it being a living transmission, it's alive. These are literal codes, literal divination codes to my phone is gonna die. Plugging in my charger. There are literal codes of divination for us to remember who the fuck we are. And as I say this with full conviction, Standing in my conviction of truth, of my knowing, of who the fuck and what the fuck just happened to me. My throat block is transmuted, alchemized, that instantly, that whole release. Just, there's so much here on astral planes. It feels so good to just release this. Releasing all of these energies once and done as of now for the collective and self. And if you feel and wish to choose, claim, and accept any and all of this, comment below. I claim, I trust, I know, I accept, I decree, and I declare. And so it is done. Ashe. Highly recommend massive amounts of grace, of unconditional love towards yourself. If you can take time to be out in Mama Gaia, please, please, please ground yourself. Breathe in her air. If you can literally lay down upon her today, do so. I feel like that's going to be my next step, literally going straight down and laying down in the ground upon her. Highly being guided to relay remembrance and intaking water, these frequencies, as well as intaking water from fruits. Our fruits hold the keys. Our fruits hold the keys to H3O2. Logically, I don't understand what H3O2 is, but I'm being guided to express this. H3O2. Guidance into the water consumption of the fruits, the holy nectar. The more seeds, the more nectar. The more seeds, the more nectar, as well as in consuming honey, raw honey. My whole body is just buzzing when I say that. and awareness in raw honey that is ethically sourced. Because my fellow bees wish to be ethically sourced. Their honey is a gift of divinity. And they have sacrificed so much to continue being here, generation after generation after generation, lifetime after lifetime. They are such ancient, right here, they are such ancient codes of wisdom. Physical, tangible wisdom that we can embody what they hold. When you set your intentions of awareness, of consuming, appreciating, thanking this ancient wisdom before consumption, ethereal realms will open for you. If you create the space and allow them to. If you are here with me throughout all of this, you are more than capable. After grounding, if you are able to get a shower today, whenever seeing this sooner than later, there's a beautiful bee. Hi, baby. If you are able to get a shower and be within your elements, ground with Mama Gaia for Earth, be within the elements of water, Kuan Yin, Goddess Kuan Yin, as well as intaking these offerings of these ancient water technologies and codes. If you are able to burn, you may feel guided to write a petition in grace, in gratitude, and thanks for this awareness, this beautiful ceremony that just occurred. Just a letter to your higher self in thanks and appreciation for all of this wisdom bestowed upon you, within you, throughout your rippling effects of your multidimensional self. And just breathing for wind. Allowing each breath to fully ignite all of these divinity codes that we have just initiated. I am so, so grateful. I'm just so thrilled and filled with gratitude. Like, I closed the book. Okay, I closed the book. I placed it between my legs and breathing in gratitude and appreciation. And literally the same thing. Key code 2. Your voice as an your voice as an omniscient creator of quantum reality. And what's coming to me, holy, 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 I am. Holy, 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 I am. And of course, the second page is 111. My dear dragon sister, thank you. Thank you so much for getting me this. Words cannot express how grateful I am. I love you so deeply and unconditionally. She had gifted me this. In and after her beautiful woman circle, but also following a channeling of the Sophia Dragons that I will be posting shortly. I'm being guided to post so much. It's semi-overwhelming at the same time. This is part of my purpose. If you feel resonance, and if you're still here presently, go and get yourself a copy of the Sophia Code by Kiara Ra. It is truly and deeply a living transmission, guided by the Sophia Dragons, the Sophia Dragon tribe. Join our community if you feel called. And this is by no means a sponsored ad for her, nothing like that. This is divinely guided, apparently since yesterday, to me and before. But truly listening to my guidance this morning. Alright, so this is me pulling the card that I am divinely guided to do so. This is the Liquid Crystal Oracle deck by Justin Moaka Asar, Return of the Lantian Way for the Children of the Light. If you have any resonance within Lemuria, crystals, this is in resonance for you. Also, this is part 2 of my Hathor Sophia Dragon transmission. Angels, dragons, calling in energy of Hathor. May she guide for whatever may be deemed fit in with these transmission codings for this present time, space, reality, and dimension. Thank you. So these cards in order, I flip them upside down always for the correct way. 2, 3. So we have obsidian reversed, malachite reversed, and peridot upright.